So, there's just we kind of have gone over a lot of the stuff. I guess Steve would say, "Look, we lost somebody we cared about today, and we haven't known her for a long time, but that doesn't change it. And it would be great to take some time and really digest and process what's happened, but we don't have it, and we need to make a decision and figure out where we go next." Now, an hour ago, I would have said we need to get out of town. I don't even know if that's the case anymore. It sounds like there is a reason to still check out Little Kezlov, to update Sharp and Kestrel. In looking for information on Leopold, we saw that there was some unnatural growth in tech and advancement stemming from Little Kezlov. Based on what we already wanted to investigate there, it might be prudent to still check it out.
What's this about Leopold? I don't know if I know this. Do I know that what Sharp found out about Leopold? Because I was never with you for any of the Leopold stuff.
Oh.
So, what's this about Leopold? Who?
I was curious too. I thought we were looking up maybe older information or something that he had been credited in, but this was way too recent for any of that.
I'm gonna let Sharp explain that. Not because Steve knows and is like he doesn't know either.
That's fair,
but
yeah.
You want to know about Leopold? I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, that.
Yeah, so Sharp explains, like, obviously in the clusterfuck that this afternoon has been, it completely spaced my mind to give the backstory of Leopold and kind of what we were searching for in the sense of more recent developments and him not being dead and all of that kind of stuff. Yes.
Who is he?
Oh,
Why does he matter?
he is my what used to be late husband and now is husband again. What's that fucking face, Steve? What?
Sharp, from after everything we've experienced, I'm just going to say this. If you want to be part of this group, I hope it's clear now. No more secrets like this.
Yeah, sorry.
If you're going to commit, and I hope you do, we got to be open with each other.
Yeah.
All right. Continue. Was that it?
That was it. No, Maisie doesn't know, like, how to regale stories that people know, but...
Is there anything else, while we're all being open, that you want to share?
About my sister, perhaps?
Jason, do I know anything about his sister?
Well, you did adventure with her.
I did? Oh,
Yeah,
God,
in the
so,
one shot.
I'm so sorry.
So
Oh, in the one shot. Yeah.
this was ages ago. You did adventure with Nervine.
Yeah.
You guys had effectively like this is the kind of basic summary of what you guys did in this sort of kind of pre-campaign.
Yeah.
The little scenario was you guys tracked down a like a rogue sort of research. They were looking into like
Right.
necrotech ways of fighting the flesh curse, and they effectively the head doctor Staffenford had decided that actually, you know what, this flesh curse stuff, maybe they're onto something, and it started trying to like use it in conjunction with the necrotech machines that they were making to not only make sort of this flesh golem type thing, but had effectively kind of tried to make a body for himself,
Right.
to inhabit, to not very good results. You guys had helped defeat him, and after that you did travel with Wagner to find and Nervine to find what had happened to his daughter, Scotty, who had effectively been taken to the facility and then, unlike everybody else, had been shipped out. And you guys did manage to track down where she was, and you guys did manage to effectively retrieve her. And to your knowledge, I would say that is about the last time that you really saw Nervine.
Okay.
After that whole scenario went down, you had sort of gone your own way. You had probably done a couple other odd jobs for the Rising Tide, which was the group that you guys were working for. But you were not really super involved with whatever Nervine was doing. Nervine had a lot of her own things that she was doing at the time, her own pursuits. Nervine became very focused on figuring out what was going on with Scotty, the sickness that was involved with her, and in sort of looking into the flesh curse. Nervine was juggling a lot of balls, and that was her issue at the time.
Okay.
You were sort of trying to step away from a lot of it. I would say that you checked in with Wagner a couple times.
Yeah.
He had his own family, and you were trying to eventually sort of step away and start your own family.
Okay.
Which you eventually did. So it isn't to say that you have no idea what happened to Nervine ever since she sort of dropped off the map. I can't say that you are aware of anything that would be brand new information.
Okay.
But that is what you know effectively about Nervine.
Okay. Yeah, that was like that computes. So yes, unfortunately, nothing new with Nervine. But I don't know if I had relayed. I am concerned. I have a feeling or that my husband has played a role in that. I've been trying to think of the number.
Subject 17.
Subject 17.
Thank you.
Also,
Sorry.
you have a feeling that your husband was involved, or you have a data disc stating that
sorry.
your husband was involved?
I'm not good at remembering things.
The only reason this works is because we can't really make out Sharp's facial expressions, where she would have the worst poker face in the history of mankind.
Yeah, luckily her face is just black.
Right.
Well, let me ask this
Nothing,
to
sorry.
keep it simple.
Thank
Do you
you.
share with the group the data disc
Yes.
and the information on it?
Yeah.
You don't have to, but if you choose to,
No, I think
Okay.
like now and again, like, and especially after experiencing like the stuff with Kestrel just recently, she's like, yeah, let me just get everything out on the table. And she fills in all the gaps with all of the discs and everything that Bishop has shared with her.
so now I guess I would ask, how does Kestrel respond to all this information that was on
Oh,
the disc?
Oh,
Hold
except
on. Did she explain that Bishop is
No.
dead at any point? Because, okay.
no.
So she's still lying to me.
No,
You
I
don't know that Bishop is
Okay,
dead.
all right, but she has a suspicion that Bishop is dead, and you relayed that to her the first time we had that interaction, and
I think
The impression on the disc was that Bishop was aware this was probably not going to be something she lived through.
yeah, and
Okay.
I think Kestrel in like explaining or filling in the gaps, Bishop would kind of approach that topic like, Kestrel, like, I know I had said some things when we first met about Bishop, and I'm coming clean now. These are the feelings that I got in reviewing these discs. Of course, I don't know 100%, but I apologize for not being honest with you. I just wanted to. I didn't really know how to tell you that with just meeting you. So that's kind of like.
lied to me? You let me believe this whole time I might meet her again? She saved my life! It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
Is anyone else here honest?
I think I'm pretty honest.
Besides me.
You know what? Fuck it. Cards on the table, right? Cards are a thing I should know something about. All of you except Kestrel have seen the book. Heard the book. It speaks. It's a smartass. But it's sort of the thing I'm latching onto is hope, especially if... Well, anyways. It spoke to me and only me earlier when I was going to let her touch it. Some of you were there. And it did not like that idea whatsoever. So I backed off because I thought, well, I don't want the book to be mad at me or not give information if needed, so okay, we'll figure that out later, which is why I pulled it away, Kestrel. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's a sign of curiosity or something. It doesn't really seem to fit the mold of the others, but cards on the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for whatever reason, I don't know what it is about the book and why you can't see it, Kestrel, and why it's afraid of you, but there's something there.
What book is this? What is your sister's book?
Some kind of journal or something. We haven't really gotten into it much to see what's inside. It's like a puzzle of some sort, or we have to go to certain locations to find out more information, and we haven't really had a chance to do that yet. But supposedly it's connected to her, and my hope is that it's going to be a chain of events or a diary or something that fills in the blanks of what happened after she was accompanying Sharp.
Why would it be scared of me?
For the same reason that you can't see it.
What would your sister protect it from?
I don't know. But if she was deep inside the cordon and then disappeared or died, or, I mean, Myru teleported today, so maybe she's somewhere else entirely. God knows I don't know. I've been looking for 30 years, haven't found a trace. But something about whatever happened in the quarantine zone is clearly fucked up, and not just for the reasons we thought, that the ones that are all public, the ones about, the physical part of the flesh curse, that's horrifying enough. But all this on top of it, I don't know what it means, but there's something different about you because everyone else in our group could see it. Now, the only other person we've tried with was Inquisitor Yin, and she couldn't either. What any of that means, I have no idea. I sure wish I did.
You think it's because I am from the cordon? And it wants...
Maybe. It's one of the few things that separates us. Maybe because of the nature of the experiments. Maybe, I don't know. On some other day...
You won't let me touch it?
On some other day, I will try and let you touch it, and we'll see what happens. And maybe I'll go berserk, and then you can all kill me. I don't know.
Oh, you won't go berserk. I don't think.
Where,
Maybe.
Jason, remind me where the book had us going. It is to the north, right?
Yeah.
North of Casimir. So,
Yes.
So Steve might say, well, the good news is we're somewhat on the path to where the book wanted us to go anyway. Hopefully that will shed some more answers.
Okay.
If we're talking next steps, Steve mentioned an hour ago he was thinking that leaving was our highest priority. An hour ago, little Kesloff was among my highest priorities. I wanted to learn more about what was happening. I thought we could use Steve's arm to our advantage. I think our number one priority should be Casimir. For peace of mind for us, for Albus to know more about what the hell happened. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't understand what's all that different about what happened to the Tiger folk than what we saw with Myru today. Did they just en masse also all get affected by curiosity and snap and murder a bunch of innocent people and other Tiger folk?
I think Casimir is a good option. I would say after our stint at the library, my vote would still be Little Keslov, because now all of a sudden it's pointing. Multiple things seem to be pointing at Little Keslov and with Leopold. And if we can learn something more about the nature of that advancement, is it connected to what's going on? Maybe, maybe not. But if we learn a little advantage that will help us in Casimir understand what the hell is going on, it might be worth it. And we're right here. My vote would be Little Keslov, but I think as a group we got to stick together, and I think we need to vote, and everybody's voice should be heard.
What's Leopold's connection to our story?
Leopold is connected to Marie,
Right.
set her kind of off on this, trying to set Marie off to figure out why is he alive, what does he have to do with everything. And then in looking at the library, we found out that Little Keslov advanced unnaturally during the course when he would have been in the city.
Yeah.
And so we're thinking maybe he was responsible for some of that technological advancement.
Okay.
And it might point us to
He
learning
was-
more about him or whatever.
Okay.
Well, he also had a presence at the facility where I was at, and he
Oh.
also contributed to the production of Subject 17, which is one of the other subjects, like me,
Yep.
for example, that is being experimented on at the facility next to the cordon. So
Got it.
Yes.
it's worth looking into,
Mhm.
I think.
Got it.
Gunolf, you've been quiet. What do you think?
My brother and my father still are religious, in a sense, to the ways of the North. At the very least, I'd like to warn Kizif, and when we can, warn Wagner, because if the flesh curse or whatever, it seemed by what you described it, curiosity or this flesh curse enhanced her, made her stronger. And I feel like if given the chance, Wagner would also take that bet to get back the strength that he once had. I think we figure out what we can here, but we hightail it to Donlaika and Casimir after.
So Little Keslov, then Donlaika, then Casimir is your
Yep.
vote? Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Albus, your vote kind of means a lot here too. Are you good with us checking out Little Keslov before Casimir?
Part of me is very curious to see what has happened to Casimir.
That's a bad word.
Yeah. Inquisical.
Another bad word.
Intrigued.
Shit. But I understand the importance, and we are in a group. And I think everyone's needs are just as important as mine. So I'm willing to stay and investigate what we're doing here. We'll eventually get there. Away on my mind, but we'll get there.
Are you good with that, Marie?
Because that leads. Yeah.
I'm not going to say it doesn't matter what you think, but I still
No.
want you to.
Oh
chime
no, totally fair. I feel like my vote was kind of already a given. I would prefer to go to Little Keslov first. And I appreciate everybody's patience and understanding of my her deceit.
Gunolf, what's that town? Dolmaka?
Donlaika.
Donlaika. Oh, I've written that before. Okay. Donlaika, thank you.
It is on the screen on the map, although it is tiny.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no way you read that, but it is technically on the screen.
Yeah, if it was full screen, well, it is full screen out there. It's still tiny.
Oh God, and it's spelled like Donlaika!
Right.
Donnlaikah.
With that intonation, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like
Okay.
Klingon.
You actually have to say it that way if you ever speak about it in the village.
All right. Well,
There's
So-
one other thing we should vote on.
all right.
I get a vote too, don't I?
No.
Well, it's kind of like 5-0, but
Okay.
a 4.5
Of
because
course you do.
Roz is like, well, we're already here.
Okay.
Like, sure, what's your vote?
Okay, all right. Kestrel, well, is a little cross, and I am still mad with you, Marie, but Leopold is still dangerous, and might have a connection to everything else. So, feelings aside, still worth looking into, I think.
The funny thing is, it's like 1 p.m. So it's like, oh, well, let's sleep for the night. It's like, no, that'll happen. Like
I
basically,
mean,
by
I'm
lunchtime.
pretty drained after
Yeah.
going to the Fleshbone Woods.
Fleshbone
Steve would say, well, if we're all in agreement, plenty of daylight. Do we take a bit, grab some food, prepare, and then head to Little Keslow?
I think that sounds good.
Let's do it.
So, like an official rest, or is that just a vibe statement?
Well, kind of.
I think it's a vibe.
I want to, but also like Kestrel, for example, if you like retire to your room for a little bit, I might check in on you.
Okay.
Unless we're saying it's all flavor and we're actually just Jason wants to get to the next scene or whatever.
I'll leave that up to Jason.
I think we're going to hold off on you guys going to New Little Keslow for the next session.
Okay.
It might be a little early for today, but I think you guys will. I think it'll be better for the pacing.
Okay.
Well, and we have some
'cause
stuff.
you guys will have.
to
Do we want to do like a rest activity then, and then just do it next session then?
Well, I mean, you guys should probably. I don't know if it's a whole rest activity. You guys are just sort of grabbing lunch for the day.
Okay, we want to grab lunch for the day and then
We
quit.
probably shouldn't go back to that market square.
Yeah. Want to go to tea time? They might be cleaned up by now.
I've heard.
Is there another marketplace that we can go to?
There's no line now.
Oh my god.
I
Just
know
step over
this,
the blood
this one
spots.
place where I know where this one place where they put on a show.
Yeah. Let's go to the opera.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh no, the
Oh,
producer's
Under
dead.
under new
Yes.
The
management.
stage manager.
Opera is scary.
So I would go. I would knock gently and be like, Kestrel, you in there?
And I look up and I'm like, yes. And
How
I'm just kind of fiddling with my shackles.
how you feeling, kid? I know that was a lot to process. How you doing?
I've seen people die before, you know, Steve. I've seen people lose themselves to curiosity before. I have seen lots of death and gore and blood and it bothers me because I spent so much time being scared of her, and it turns out she wasn't that bad. At least the real her wasn't that bad. And she taught me how to dance. She let me talk about my brother and my time in the facility. She stuck with me at the House of Knowledge. She was a good person. And it's not the death that bothers me. It's not the blood. But it's so unfair that this had to happen, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything to stop it. I was distracted by cake. Uh-oh.
His camera was frozen,
It's-
so it'll be
Yeah.
when he gets video back, it'll fix.
So I can keep going. Or should I
Okay.
pause for a second?
Well, Hopefully Jason's video will
Oh,
pop back in.
I'm waiting until it gets.
Yeah, to say, I'd like her
fixed,
head
so.
not to be cut in half.
Yeah, I don't want to be cut in half. Please don't cut me in half.
Oh, looks cute, Doug.
It's fine. We're stalling.
We're stalling. We're stalling.
Discord indeed doesn't like him.
Uh oh.
Here's
Uh oh.
like, all right, time to go back to mommy. Maybe she'll make me lunch.
So I imagine this part might be cut out, but part of me is like, also,
Aha.
Gunnulf is outside the door.
I did hear Jason
Oh.
this time for its worth.
There's a line of people trying to get
Well,
in the
yeah,
room.
hold
so
on.
they
Let me
can all
finish the
console me.
scene. I'm just pausing because of the.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Well, hold on.
There
Let
we
me finish
go.
what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
He's back.
No, it's-
He's
Okay,
back.
It's not
Jason's
frozen,
back,
and
so
people
we're
are
good.
back
Let's
in their
continue.
appropriate Brady Bunch
Jason,
boxes.
hi.
Continue.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Discord decided it was just done with me. Yeah,
Okay.
it wouldn't let me reconnect to the call. I don't know why
Okay.
just me. Anyway, so what's happening,
Okay.
guys?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Hey.
Emotional moment. Get into the emotions. Okay. And I couldn't do anything. And if I was just paying attention, I know I could have helped her. I know it. We help each other all the time in the cordon. We can feel each other all the time, every one of us. And if I searched my feelings now, I could feel my brother. But I just wasn't paying attention, and I failed her, and I failed us.
Look, I relate, right, to not feeling, to feeling helpless, and like if I had just been there, or if I had just been paying more attention. It's common. Do this long enough, it's gonna happen for sure. But I don't think you should beat yourself up. I mean it. I would tell you if I thought you could have done better, because then we would improve as a group. It sounds like this was abnormal. It sounds like whatever this curiosity is, it's behaving in a way that maybe is different than it's ever done in the past. And I don't think had you been giving it your attention, it would have mattered. Like you said, you're attuned to the feelings of others. Just naturally, you can feel your brother. And yet you couldn't feel this. I think whatever it is, it's taken on a new dimension. And I think we can only work to be better from here and learn from it. But beating yourself up isn't going to change anything.
I can't believe that. I can't. Because I can't believe that there is nothing I can do. I can't. Because otherwise, what's the point? In trying to help all of you, to help you, Steve, to help Albus and Gunnulf and Marie, even after everything. I still will. What's the point in thinking that there is nothing I can do?
Well, I mean, you said it yourself, right? What happened with Myru happened. And all we can do now is try to see what can we take from it. We can't change it, right? It's over. But if there's something that we can take from that and learn and protect ourselves better all together and lean on each other, then I agree with you. I think there is something that we can do. I don't think we're destined to fail. Hell, even if we are, we can't let ourselves believe that, because then we might as well stop trying.
Yeah.
But I think just moving forward together, and I'm going to be honest, today I thought was a large step in that direction. I feel like the group is being honest for the first time.
Yeah. So many secrets. And I didn't want to say everything at first too, because I was scared that you would take me back to the facility, but I've been honest.
Yeah, I
The
wanted
best I can be.
to talk to you about that too, and about Marie. And I'm sorry that happened. I will tell you, I don't think she meant to hurt you. I don't think she had any ill will. I think, in fact, in her own way, she was trying to protect you, and she cared about how you would feel, and it just kind of blew up today.
I know, but Bishop never let me forge a bond. Bishop never let me get my blood on her, and it was something to do with the science, I guess, but she never let me, so I just thought maybe if I looked, I could find her, because I couldn't search my feelings to look for her like I can look for you and Albus and everyone else. And it hurts. It hurts because she saved my life.
No.
She did. I was there since I was a child, Steve. Since I was this, and I hold my hand out and I show him how tall I was, and I'm half my height. And I am an adult now, but I don't know things that adults know. Because Bishop didn't want me to be curious. I told her about curiosity, and she didn't want to tell me things. And so I learned nothing. And I grew taller, but I did not grow. I don't know. I have many feelings. I have many thoughts and many feelings. And I know that I will never meet her again, and it is terrible.
And to this...
And it is why I want to have this bond with all of you, so I can find you. If ever you get lost.
I'm not an expert on this. I'm going to be honest, Kestrel. I never had kids. We wanted to, but it never happened. But I'm going to do my best and just say, I know it feels terrible right now. And you're so sweet and you want to make that bond with everybody. I think this is part of it. There's no such thing as completely smooth sailing. It's not always going to be easy with relationships. Forget the sailing part. What
is sailing?
What is sailing?
What is
Let's
sailing?
go. Can we go? It's not always going to be easy. And as much as it would be wonderful to just have everything be simple and everything be good, the definition of bonding with people is you have to overcome heartbreak and disappointment and sadness. And right now, you're going through that with Marie. She helped you a lot. She cares about you. She also hurt you by not telling you the truth. And I think don't ignore your feelings. It's okay to be disappointed. But just know that together you're going to talk and you're going to work to overcoming this. And because of that, you're going to have a bond that is stronger than what would have been possible otherwise. Even if it doesn't seem like that might be the case right now.
No, I know. It has been a long time since I have been around so many people. But I remember a long time ago when I was a child, I had difficulties with my Aunt Ocelot. And she did not like me very much. And we went through many, many feuds. There was many thorns between us. But we eventually worked out our differences in the only way we knew how. And I remember that. And it does not matter if she wronged me. That it does not change who I am. And I will still try to help her and you all. So, we will overcome this. I know. I am angry.
I agree.
With her.
I won't speak for Sharp. And I won't try to predict the future. I'll just reassure you, like, we all care about you. We all want to protect you, and we're all here for each other. This group was formed pretty recently, and yet I think what we've gone through has really connected all of us very quickly. and we're going to be there for you, and you can rely on us. So
I
just know
believe you. No, I believe you will. And I even believe that Albus will, and Gunnulf, and Marie, but Rosalind, I don't know what goes inside her head half the time. She has many thoughts inside her head, but she does not say many of them. And I see her pull away, I see her go to authorities, and I know she tries to help protect me, but I worry that she may not choose to eventually.
I think she will. I think her background, if I tried to put myself in her shoes, she has a hard time trusting people because those who she's been closest with have given her a lot of reason to mistrust. And when you keep getting treated that way by people you're closest with, from what I understand with Roz and Neravine and others, it forces you to build a wall, and you have to. But I think her sharing the information about the book with you today, I think that's a step in the right direction. And I think she's going to get there. And, you know, to be honest, she could have left, and she had every reason to leave multiple times since we started this. And she hasn't. And I think that even though she is keeping her feelings close, I think that means something. And that speaks louder than some words. Does that make sense?
I suppose you're right. You have no idea what I've been through, and why I might feel nervous about having that be my situation again. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
I understand, and some people just take longer. But at any point, if you need to talk or vent or just throw something at the wall because Roz has just made you so angry, you can come to us and we'll do it with you until the point in time when Roz is ready. And I think it's going to happen.
But I think maybe I need to speak with her and have time for us to just talk. Well, I do not have those times. She has stepped in and helped, but we have not had much time to just talk to each other. And maybe that is part of the problem. Maybe we just need to talk.
I 100% agree. I am always an advocate for just talking through things and getting everything in the open. Just know that for some people, it takes them a little bit longer. So I think you should go talk to Roz. And if she connects right away, great. If she needs a little bit more time, though, it's okay to give her that time, too.
Okay.
Don't talk to her, and if it doesn't go well right away, just think that you should give up. That's all I mean.
Okay. Well, I will try.
All right, hang in there,
Thank
kid.
you, Steve.
No problem.
No, I appreciate the talk.
We're here.
Thank
Take
you.
whatever time you need. Yeah, you can come to us at any point. All right, so Steve sees himself out. He sees Gunnulf sitting by the door, ready for his speech.
Gunnulf was totally just tinkering with something, trying to ignore everything you were saying.
Not eavesdropping?
Not eavesdropping. So there's probably going to be some similar talking points.
Tag him in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bring in the next one.
Number 2. Service number 2.
Hey,
Oh,
how are you?
Gunnulf.
Hey, how was it going?
Not good. Not
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, I got that vibe. While we're being honest, right now,
Okay.
I keep on saying that, you know, I know my hand with the spreading disease that is going on. I think that while we're being honest, I need to tell you that even though I keep on saying we'll figure it out, it's going to be okay, I'm scared that that's not going to be the case. I don't think that I'm going to be around for as long as I'd like.
How do you have this disease? Gunnulf, how did you get this? I've never seen something like this in all my days. It is not of your skin, it is in your spirit. I saw it in I don't know what to call it, in my personal grove, I don't know. In the spirit lands. I'll call it the spirit lands, okay.
It's probably the biggest clue that we've had yet. That it's not related to the body, but possibly of the spirit. That when I was there with you, that I saw that too. It's not an affliction of the body. Because the body is fine. The body reacts. It still moves. It's still alive, physically. But spiritually, it's not.
Spiritually, you're dying. Does anyone else have this? Where do you get this from?
We always thought that it was a hereditary disease, that it was passed down. If you remember my shop, Eloise, my grandmother, she was afflicted. Scotty, my mother, she was afflicted. And now I'm afflicted. Possibly Kizif too. I don't know if this is something that comes from our lands, some other god that we haven't yet discovered, that is sucking away at what amounts to our soul. I just felt like, while we're being honest, I feel like I needed to make sure that I air that out.
Thank you for telling me.
Mm-hmm. And also that I think I like you.
Aw. Well, I like you too, Gunnulf. And I don't really quite know what he means by that, besides like, yeah, I like him, he's cool. Yeah, I like you. You're cool.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if you quite mean it the way I do, but I hope someday you do.
I just cocked my head.
We'll if you learn to feel it that way, you'll let me know.
Oh, okay.
And
all right.
And then
I care about you, Gunnulf. I do. I hope you know that. Because he looks like really. Do you look disappointed? Because I think you look disappointed.
Oh, he looks disappointed.
Disappointed? You like me?
No. We're friends. It's just I feel like I need to tell you that I like you, and when you learn what that means, I hope someday that you like me too.
I would like to take Gunnulf's hand, and I would like to do the blood bond connection thing to see if I can feel what he feels.
Ooh.
Okay. Sure. Cheat. Go for it. Make a roll.
I can cheat.
Well, she was in a prison for like 20 years, and she can cheat a little bit.
I got a 5 and a 2.
Oh,
So do I...
Well,
I don't know if you know. This is a new feeling for
Still
you.
a bit foreign.
Yeah, I'm
hit
gonna
him with,
say that
you're
like
a brother to me.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
there's a great deal of caring, and like you're like so close. You're so close, but like player to player, that level of like attraction or whatever, you aren't maybe entirely sure how to process that part. So there is some level of like new emotion. present, that you're not. It confuses you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's just confusing, but like it's obviously some form of caring.
Yes, but it's like a form of attachment or caring that you've never really had to process before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I want to take Gunnulf's hand, and because he seems really unsure about how I feel, and I press it to my heart, and I say, "Can you feel my heart?"
Yeah.
And he can feel the. I mean, I don't want to describe like Kestrel isn't like, yeah, Gunnulf's hot or whatever, but like she certainly feels like really warm in his presence. She feels happy when she's around him. She enjoys his company. She finds him to be a warm and caring person, and she really likes being around him, and she wants to impart that feeling upon him.
Okay. Yeah. I feel it. I'm feeling it.
And I was like, cool.
He's
Wow,
feeling it.
that's much better than I
He is
thought.
so
at first.
rejected right now. Oh my god, I feel so bad.
Gunnulf is going to take his lotion, by the way, the smelly lotion.
What?
And
Where is this going?
while he has your hand, he's gonna kind of just like spread the lotion on your hand. Is like for making it feel better because your heart is hurting.
Oh. I don't know if lotion can help my heart.
No, maybe
But
not.
thank you for trying.
But it smells nice.
It does. It does. I want you to know that I am going to help you find a cure for your disease. I am. It's nothing I've seen before. But if there's one thing I know, it's that I don't want you to die. Do you know how long it would take for it to spread all the way?
All the way? No. I've just known that because my mom, it spread pretty quickly through her. And while I'm not full wolf, like half quarter wolf, it seems to be slowed, but I don't know for how long.
When did your mother die?
It was really young. When I was maybe 3 to 5. After my brother had been born. My brother's younger.
Andrew, he does not look younger.
No. Yes,
He is full wolf. Big wolf.
He is a big wolf. Yes, yeah.
And your grandmother?
My grandmother, as far as I'm aware, she was taken quickly as well. So I have time, but
we don't know how much.
We don't know how much. This is some jazzy ass music.
Yeah, really
setting the
really
mood.
tense, huh?
But yeah, no. I've got maybe some more time, and with you around, I want to savor the time that I do have.
Okay. Do you think we should tell the others that we need to look in? No, we will tell the others, and we will tell them that we need to take this seriously. Because you matter. You have sat back and let this secret stand. And I know maybe you don't want to make yourself a problem, but you shouldn't die. Gun? You should not die. I don't want you to. So we should take this seriously, and we need to tell the others. I am going to tell them if you don't. I'm gonna be forceful. I'm gonna get your ass.
We'll tell them what we saw when we were there together.
Okay, we will. I'll give him a hug too while I'm at it.
Right.
You know, I'll give him a hug. I'll give him a nice big hug.
A nice friendly hug.
There it is.
I don't know. It's a new emotion.
Yeah.
I've been
It's
in
a
a
new
cell
emotion.
for, many, many, many years, and I haven't seen any cute guys, okay? What do you want?
Cover hands.
You know?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's great.
Cool.
I think it could
Anyway.
have gone a lot worse for Gun.
All right.
So, yes, Sean?
Well, I have. What do you have, Jason?
I was just gonna say. I mean, unless anyone's got anything else.
Oh yeah.
What else
Oh
was
yeah.
there? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I will also declare my love. I'm just
Yeah, I want to go back in and say, look, I know I'm 50 years older than you. No.
I love Leopold.
Get over here.
Says Sharp.
Oh, my
So
God.
as I'm walking, I'm gonna tell Sharp, like, hey, look, I know you had your reasons. At some point, when you're ready, when things have cooled a little bit, apologize to the girl. Yeah?
Yeah. It was not my best.
Hey, I said what I said, but I appreciate you coming clean with everything.
Yeah.
You didn't have to. So thanks. I feel like we took a step in the right direction.
Me too. Thanks for keeping us all, I don't know, together. Sorry.
Well, we're gonna need to stay together. I think this has gotten a lot more complicated. And I was going over to Raw. You're just like on the way. I just want to say that really quick.
I'm just in the middle
Opposite
of
each
the
other in the
hallway.
You're just like in the middle of the hall, and I was like, well, I can't. I gotta say something.
Thank you.
I guess I will go to Roz and just say, hey, how? Look, I know you're not the sentimental type. I'm not really either. I just want to make sure I'm checking in on you. I can't even imagine what that lunch was like today, and I just want to see how you're doing.
So Roz is in whatever room is unoccupied by anybody else, and she is sitting up in the bed with her full outfit on still, but underneath the covers.
Okay.
And she is still sort of absentmindedly, like with her hand on that area where the biggest blood stain is. Doesn't really look at you as you come in.
Yeah.
But she says, I appreciate it. I think, I mean, I've seen death before. New Kezloff is, on the one hand, a structured place, very military based, but out in the desert, it's a different story. So you see things sometimes. That's not, I mean, you never get used to it, but it wasn't new to me. What I can't wrap my head around is how quickly it changed. A full, normal conversation from the same Kitsune I'd gotten to know over the past few days, had a couple of close conversations with, and wherever she went almost as quickly as whatever took her place disappeared afterwards. And I don't... I mean, I've traveled with you and Gunnolf and Albus for a while now, but I'm worried, not even for myself, but for Albus, that the same thing could be waiting for him.
Yeah. I get it. I can't even process it, and you're just telling me secondhand. So to be there and to see it, it scares me. And this is not the first time I've been on an adventure and fought for something, and I have never seen anything quite like this. We even dealt with possession before, and it just was not of this nature. This is unreal.
The only thing that gives me any hope whatsoever is that it was so feral. She was clearly gifted with her swords. She could have used any number of ways to dispatch that woman. She grabbed a knife off the table and slit her throat. And if there was any shred of the person I thought was Myru still in there, I'd like to think that that wouldn't have been the case. But that's, as I try and take hope from that, that's what keeps making me lose it in equal measure, is that as far as I could tell, it was fine and then it wasn't. And what I mean is, like, could she fight back? Did she, was there, it's like, again, it was like that. Like, so like what, I'm not really making any sense. I just don't know what defense we're supposed to have against something that can irrevocably change a person that quickly.
You're making about as much sense as possible, I think, right now. Look, I'm with you. Let's just make a promise that if we see anything between the two of us, feel it ourselves, or we notice it in any of our in our party, we be honest about it right away and make a vow. His voice goes a little bit lower. Let's make a vow to do whatever we need to protect the rest of the group if we see something start to go amiss. Because it sounds like we don't have a lot of time for hesitation if it does happen.
Fair enough. I think, I don't know, I tried to protect Kestrel as best I could. When she was finally done killing the other two and she turned her fury on me, it felt unlike something else I had experienced before, but I remember thinking at least it was me and not her, because I don't know what that child's been through. I can only imagine. We saw a lot of kids who had been displaced at the orphanage, but something different happened with Kestrel. So my hope is that in addition to your vow, she's going to be key to solving whatever this is. I have no idea how or why, but I think she, above all of us, has to be kept safe.
Agreed. Let's make that vow, too, that we prioritize her safety over anybody's. And, hey, if you get a chance, maybe talk to her, right? If you want to give us some time, I totally understand, and maybe it's not my place to say this, but I think she would appreciate some time to connect. Maybe, especially after everything today.
I know. I feel bad. It's not my intention to keep her at arm's length. I would hope she would know that by now, but maybe after a night's rest, if I can find any.
Yeah. Well, we're here too. So don't hesitate to lean on us.
I appreciate it. And let me know when we're ready to leave. I thought about not joining you, but I think that's too dangerous right now. And to be honest, it's probably better if I stay busy anyways.
Yeah. Stay busy. Consider, changing your clothes. Just noticing the player, me, noticing that she's still rubbing the blood and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'll grab you when we're ready to go.
All right, thank you.
And then I do have one more conversation, but I can wait until somebody else goes.
Anybody else?
No,
I mean,
I think-
I'm locked out of them for the time being.
I
So.
feel like I talked a lot.
I mean, if somebody else comes up to her,
Can
that's
I-
fine, but she's not going anywhere.
Can I introduce someone new to the scene?
I suppose so. What are you thinking?
Okay. Do
Is
I have to spend a Fabula point to do it?
Yeah, probably.
It's going to be Kizif.
Okay.
He's going to meet up with Albus.
I was gonna ask that. That's
Oh,
perfect.
do you have to spend a Fabula point to have Kizif, who's already there?
I was
meet
gonna
Albus?
suggest.
That's-
I was gonna say, where's
Oh,
Kissif
wait,
at?
I thought
And I want to go
I thought
downstairs.
we were
and
at the hotel, not the shop.
We're at at the shop.
At the
right?
shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was off
Okay.
doing something else. So
I had mentioned the hotel, but we had agreed about the shop. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you gonna require me to spend it?
I'm sorry, do you not want to spend Fabula points?
I was gonna
I
say
do.
we want to spend it anyway, right?
So then
let's
you should
do
probably
it.
just spend it. Yeah.
All right.
So
I'll spend it if
Queued
it
up.
comes
Yeah.
down to
Yeah,
it.
to say he teleports from like 25 feet across the shop.
In the middle of work.
Well, Gunolf, or I guess Doug, I'll let you handle.
Can you change my name real quick there to Kizif?
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Here's can you change the sprites too while you're at it.
You're right.
Yeah,
I do have a sprite. I do have a sprite.
Here's the best I can do.
He's got a
That's
Kizif
it.
spread.
There you go.
There you go. My ally, I needed to give you something.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I like to think you said that in character.
You talking to me?
Kissip, it's good to see you again.
Great to see you. Great to see you. I've heard that there was a battle.
Not that I was a part of it, but yeah, it was a pretty intense one. We unfortunately no longer
What-
have one of our party members.
Word does travel fast. Much faster than it does with the forest and the leaves and the plants. But this not something that I need to bring up to you. I meant to give you this. He's gonna pull out flowers for you.
Aw. What kind of flowers?
They are give me a second here. I need to please work with me. Oh god. World 20. No. Okay, here we go. I have to pull up his character sheet real quick. They are flowers called the Regal Protea. Or Protee. REGALPROTEA.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna reach out my paw, kind of a little bit hesitantly, and be like, "Thank you."
He's gonna fervently put them in your hand. It's not a romantic gesture, unless. No.
God, this family, man.
You need to dry the petals and make a tea with them. You will find that the effects of this do make you stronger.
Stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Thank you. Where did you find these?
Of course. I grew them.
You grew them.
I
You have a
grew them.
garden?
I do have a garden.
Maybe he is open to some
It's
romance.
gone off.
He's drawn me in, so.
It's the garden that you were in.
Oh, that garden. Oh, I understand.
Yes. This is this was salvaged from your raid, should
My
I say?
plunder.
Yes.
Again, I do apologize for that lack of formality and unpolite nature that I had. But this is very thoughtful. So I dry them
No
and I
offense
make them
to
into a
take-
tea?
Yes. Combine it with something sweet, savory, whatever you do with tea. I just drink it raw myself.
Is it better that way?
Through my might, I can chug it down.
It was a long pause.
I like it.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just I felt like it was very necessary that he gives these to you now. So I don't know, Jason, how many of this particular ingredient he gave you.
We'll say 2.
And you can still roll for the effect, but we were thinking that it would be, this is
Yes.
one that's dedicated to increase your might die by 1.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
perfect. What will you do now, Kisif?
Well, I still have the shop, still have everything. I heard that the cathedral is shut down, which is unfortunate, but no matter. We do have places in Donlyko when I will visit to gather from my garden that I can pray to the gods. You know.
Yeah, when I arrived to the cathedral, the guards were on edge when they saw me. Do they pass the same kind of emotion when you pass them?
No.
Hmm.
No, in fact. I haven't been... They, of course, are always afraid of me. I am mighty, after all.
Damn. Let me just show you my guns
Show
here.
off
You
your guns.
Bang,
want to come
bang.
back
Show
to
off
my
your
house
guns.
later?
Bang, boom,
I'll be doing
firepower.
Casually bench, 600 pounds.
Holy shit!
Oh, wow.
You see that
That
wagon
ca-
over there?
The cart that Gunolf brought, I actually carried that on my
carried it.
shoulders.
Oh my gosh.
Gunolf's got his guns and Kizip has his.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Muscle.
I'd love to see what you do with the leaves. I'd love to see your might increase, and I'd love to for our battle in the future.
The ideas are already brewing on what I could possibly do with these leaves. And I do
Hey,
also...
I like it. I liked it. I
Uh-huh.
like the
Brewing.
I
pun.
try and throw
Brewing.
fun whenever I can. And I look forward to our battle as well.
That shall be mighty.
It shall be glorious!
I want to see your
heavens
fucking
and
beautiful
earth shall-
muscles on.
Take off your shirt!
Drink this tea and fucking strip down.
Just ended there. Take off, drink this thing and fucking...
And fucking
It's like boss of this gym,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You seen that? Okay, cool.
By the way, let's not give this tea to Kestrel. Not because I'm worried about swole Kestrel, but because I think she's not going to like tea for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
PTSD.
No
yeah.
tea time
I
for me.
I won't brew any tea around her
Oh.
for a while.
I'm gonna get PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah.
Just the smell of tea in my nose. Just
No cakes.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
tea.
Oh, no
Nope.
cakes.
Do you still have that fork?
I have the
Yes.
fork. I have the fork.
Can you
Alright?
please pull it out like later when you've sort of not thinking and pull it out and just get hit with
Oh,
all the
gosh.
memories of what happened? You know
Um,
what I mean?
Oh,
Like you
shoot.
forgot
I mean-
that you have it.
I have plans. Okay?
Okay.
I got mental plans.
Like it.
If you
Alright.
take out the fork and just start crying, I think
I'm not-
that is appropriate.
It's a trigger. She just keeps pulling out. And...
Yeah.
It's in battle. She loses a turn.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh no,
And
cutlery.
I reach for my sword.
And it's the fork.
Another thing, by the way, like game wise, we do have to spend one more Fabula point.
Somebody
Just
roll something.
One more.
We won't force it, but if it
yeah.
comes, well, that's good to know.
Mhm. You just see the symbol of a cat with a top hat out there, and you roll to figure out what the deal is.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I do want to go to Gunolf, and
Yeah.
I just
Doug,
and
thank
ki-
you for bringing Kisif back.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, of
And
course.
kind of at the end of everything, and Gunolf is the one I've known him the longest. I'm the most naturally closest with, right? And so I just kind of sit next to him and just today's fucked, huh? Damn.
I thought I was just gonna have a jolly old day, gonna get a carriage for us to travel in. It was gonna be a great start. We were gonna have we're gonna have road trip games and stuff like that. But immediately it feels like I bought it for us to get the hell out of Dodge, pretty much.
Yeah, the universe had other plans. You know, we weren't super close with Myru, but I'm gonna miss her. Maybe I shouldn't. Sounds like she snapped. I don't know what to think, but it's just not fair.
I had so many things because she's so well versed in art. I had so many things that I was gonna bring up to her. So many. Sorry, cat distract. So many things that I wanted her input on because there's like so many intricacies of these things that I tinker with that I thought she'd love to have been at least a part of to see how it comes together. And I mean, it's sort of my form of art, just the things that I do for people, like your hand and like the arm, and it's, I mean, I would have paid anything to have her be there, and if anything, have my art be witnessed. And now she's gone.
She's out there somewhere, but feels like she died, didn't it? Doesn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's out there, but as Kestrel said, it doesn't feel like it's her. She would know better than us because she had that bond before we all sort of made this, for no lack of a better term, a blood pact.
Yeah.
I just see your Kestrel up there is like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I might just like agree and let it hang in the air for a second, just thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna like hit him like, hey, want a project to take our minds off it?
Always.
You know, I was gonna ask about the sword. You know, this is
what about your sword?
Now is not a good time, but hey, maybe it is a great time. You know, the magic's still gone. I know we were gonna look into it, and it's still not here. And I feel like now would be a great time to get the magic back. Really apt for fighting a concept, I'm thinking. So just want to see if you made any inroads. I have no clue what's going on. Wanted to see if you did. I was gonna ask Myru.
I mean,
funnily enough, can't do that.
There's so many things that I kind of looked into, and one of the things that I looked into was possibly infusing, like with magical stones. I mean, we saw some in. Maybe magic isn't the best word, but we saw some in roulette where the stones themselves, the crystals, had magical properties. And I thought, it would be a great way, much like my gun, but maybe to incorporate something into your sword. And so, yeah, I have ideas. Or even maybe a new sword or something. I've got so many ideas. I'm already starting to tinker with it. That maybe in the future there'll be something we could do with those stones.
Yeah.
And incorporate them into your sword. But I'm totally going with like a Final Fantasy VII slot materia into your sword situation. And by the way,
he's like frowning, and while you're talking, and he's like, "Look, thank you. I'm not ungrateful. I appreciate what you're thinking. There's an element of wanting to regain what the sword has lost more than the sword just having a magical property. There were spirits, generations of beings in the sword, and they're just gone. And I feel like, I don't know, I lost a part of myself without that. I can't connect with it anymore. It's just empty. And
do you think that our world being so different than yours, with Marie, like her soul is captured in essence through our technology, and because your sword didn't have that technology, it's lost the souls?
I am really afraid that what you're saying is exactly the case. But if it is, I don't know who I am without this sword. So that's bad news. Let's keep that between you and I for now. We don't need to. God, the group has been through enough today as it is. And I'm going to keep thinking what could be going on, but I haven't felt the connection since I've been here. And I'm starting to get pretty worried.
So we will need perhaps the technology that they use to find the anchorite souls, and also a way to capture them in essence, to put them back into your sword. It's not impossible.
Hey, I like that optimism. You know, Gunolf, I always go to you for optimism. You with your, we're going to fix your disease. Obviously not knowing the conversation you just had with Kestrel about you're actually afraid. So that's really rubbing it in. And my sword. Thanks for always being Mr. Optimist. Our group needs you, buddy.
Hey, you know, I got to be there for everybody, you know? Can't imagine what you guys would be without me.
It's true, but don't wring yourself totally dry. Leave some space to take care of Gunolf, too.
I'll take that to heart. In the meantime...
You say that.
Maybe would you like me to work on the other sword in the meantime while we figure out what we can do for yours?
Let's pause. I think there's bigger things we can work on right now.
Okay.
But I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. So that might be something that we can go to Lil Kaslov for, because the rumor is that they're using anchorite parts. So it's a possibility that they have the capability of, or at least the means by which they can search for these souls. I don't think is it human souls? Human, I suppose, is a stretch in regards to it. Are our humans even the same as your humans?
I think that is a complicated question based on what I know about your humans / demons. Form-wise, pretty similar, and but the sword is humans. It's there's some elves that I know for sure, and I don't know. I don't know how far back it goes, to be honest. I don't know the entire history of the sword.
Do you want to tell me a little bit about your world? You always seem to be a little bit hesitant, and I'd like to hear it.
I tell you what, let's get through the day, and when things settle down a little bit, I'll be happy to tell you about my world, some of my adventures. I think it's a pretty good story. I'm biased, but I just don't want to distract from what's going on here.
Okay.
TBD. A rain check.
TBD.
Rain check on that. All right, Steve is finally done with his tour of talking to
everyone.
Oh, he didn't talk to me.
Talk to Albus.
Yeah, fuck you,
Right.
Albus.
Wait, you were busy with kissing.
Yeah.
I thought you and Kissif.
Wow,
wrestling.
Steve, fucking
And I didn't want to
racist.
interrupt.
To have a talk with a side character. Wow.
Albus and Kissif were like flexing pecs back and forth. They don't
We
want
were
to.
making out.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit.
Well, I mean,
Don't interrupt
he
us.
did talk to Kestrel about throwing things at the wall. Maybe that's another thing that Albus can go up there and just play a game.
Dude, I'll smoke his ass too.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I
last
kicked my
time.
ass again.
Okay.
Well,
so I suppose then, Jason, that is it.
We'll pick up with you guys gathering your things, making any last minute preparations that you guys come up with, and heading out for Little Keslov.
I mean, we're calling the
Yeah.
next chapter "Big Trouble in Little Keslov," right? Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
that's just
Sure.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's so good.
Who's
Yeah,
Kurt
that's
Russell?
fine. Yeah.
yeah. You are.
Yeah.
Steve.
Oh,
no.
I'm Steve. I'm Kurt Russell.
No. You know, who's the sidekick that's actually competent,
Yeah.
and then who's Kurt Russell?
That should probably be gone off then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally got off.
Okay. I'll accept that. Who's the old man with the 6 demon bag?
Ooh.
I mean, the
Steve.
old man should probably be Steve.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Steve.
Getting pretty old.
Okay.
Long in the tooth for sure. Okay.
Yeah, who gets kidnapped? No. Anyway, so just do the whole plot of Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
So we'll pick up there. You guys will have an entire little area to go run around and see what kind of big trouble you can stir up in Little Keslov.
Yeah.
One more Fabula point. How are we gonna spend it? Oh no!
No.
Don't worry about that. You guys are good.
Okay.
They carry over. So yeah.
I thought
go
about
with
it. I
that.
can't
yeah.
think of anything, so I think we gotta.
No.
let it
All I can
ride.
think of is an appropriate thing, so never mind.
Oh, it's not
Okay.
available. Point to kiss it.
I want to take a.
Arm wrestling with Kizif.
Oh yes,
Actually,
we could. We could
yes,
absolutely could.
Legitimately,
Do
that is a
it.
thing you should do.
That's probably something we
Alright.
would do.
He should be like, I look forward to our battle,
Yeah.
and you're like, why wait?
Why wait right
Oh,
now?
jeez.
Kissif just reaches
Okay,
behind the
let's
counter
do
and
it.
grabs the table and just slams it down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. If you guys want to, double might from
Double
both of you.
might. All right.
Hell
You both flex.
yeah.
Contested. Whoever gets the highest.
You both flex so hard your shirts explode.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. That's the Full
Oh,
Metal Alchemist reference.
shit.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's really low. You got
That's
this.
really low.
Oh,
what is
no.
that even? Is it double? It's not double 3, is it?
That's abysmal.
Oh,
Oh, my
that's-
god.
that's
Okay.
even- Okay.
Wow, if there's a time to spend Fabula points, it's now, guys.
Kizif technically has a Fabula point, right? Right?
Does
Crap,
he?
I got a 1-2.
Ah.
God damn.
Oh, shit.
All this talk and flexing
Kiz
is a
of-
7 versus a 6 for the viewer.
Yeah, Kizif.
It's been a long
Kizif
day,
does not.
okay?
Kizif does not, but you can
Kizif
spend a
does not.
Fabula point
Spend it.
and get
Oh, for
even
me?
higher.
Yeah.
It's
You might as well, 'cause you only
Lucas
have one
and-
left now, so like spend it and then you'll start next session with 1. So
Okay.
Correct.
you absolutely should.
I will spend it to re-roll because I feel like a little.
yeah, you
wussy.
don't want
I
to
would reroll
embarrass
just the
yourself.
one.
I
Just
feel
the
like
one-
it's so
one D8.
pathetic that I barely beat him. We were tussling. We were like locked
He's gonna be
in.
like, you got those non-functional muscles.
He's a little afflicted by his own. Okay, so
No, wait, what?
You should just roll one
you
dice.
just want to roll.
I mean,
one
I
dice.
imagine you rolled a 1 and a 6. I think you're gonna want to re-roll the 1.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
not the
Okay.
6.
So it's the D8.
Unless you're trying to lose to him on
Yeah.
purpose.
Ooh.
Correct.
Oh.
Do you want
And
to?
then they kiss.
No, he does
Oh,
not.
well, there we
Oh,
go.
that's an 8.
There you go.
There we
He wants
go.
to stomp the
There you
shit
go.
out of him.
All right,
Yeah,
all right. That's the
14
seven.
versus 6. Yes.
Actually, we only have 6 party members now. Does the 6 count?
But we're here now, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Yeah. So you win. You win the arm wrestle, Albus.
Are you making
Hell
eye
yeah.
contact while you do it? Are
Oh,
you
of
looking-
course.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's like over the top. I turn
Yeah.
my hat. Well, I'm not wearing a hat, but
Your
Yeah, my
Snapchat.
shit-
your ears go. Your ears
Yeah.
go low.
The
you
Ash
know?
Ketchum
Like,
spin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He turns his apron right side forward.
Yeah.
You're gonna get cooked.
So
That's your catchphrase.
So Kissif, what do you say? You just lost.
Yep.
He didn't even drink the tea yet.
this mighty. Oh, I can't imagine it. Every time we meet, my blood boils.
ooh, that's
There's some tension there.
Okay.
I like it.
that was the same feeling that I had when I was getting that curiosity thing going on. So that's a little concerning.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I-
a noble effort.
Gunolf has mentioned to everybody that maybe Kizif is a person that you guys need to be worried about.
Oh.
He is religious.
That's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
He talked about going to the cathedral.
Yeah, he was like, I
Alright.
was praying to God. Blah, blah.
Yeah, you hear that, Catholics?
Man, don't make me kill Kissif. Man,
Whoop.
he's my best bud.
Kill him.
But yeah, we'll pick up next week, you guys, and we'll have you guys head and do a little kiss along.
Fabula.
All right.
Go.
Bye.
Bye.
So long, everyone.